Hey everyone, welcome back to the Green Mom, or as we all know it, Maka Hijau, with Q&A, Cardine and Arca. And today we are joined by a very special guest pula. The one and only Chef Aaron. Thank you so
Yes.
much for being here with us
No,
today.
thank you, thank you.
So I'm going to start this episode by asking Arca's favorite question, which is the most hated question to anyone we've ever invited. Tell us about yourself.
Well, thank you for asking one of the most hated questions. It's not only yours, but around the world.
Yes.
Okay, hi guys. So if you don't know me already, I am a chef. My name is Khor. I run a restaurant with two partners named 50 Tails, and it's in Sea Park, just a few minutes away from here. And we specialize in Chinese food, right? And I've been a chef for close to 12 years now, I think. If you were to count child slavery and whatever not, then 12 years.
That's how you know the food is good. If
Correct.
you see a child at the counter, that's how you know.
I don't
They
condone
start
it,
young.
nor do I
Condemn.
encourage it, but it will give you ahead of time.
It's training. It's training.
Correct.
Training in the right environment, non-abusive.
Oh, betul.
Non-abusive is the key here.
Yeah, they pay you well. They make sure they pay you well.
Oh my gosh.
Make sure you know your rights as a human being. And make sure they don't get you to do funny stuff with uncles and aunties on the dining table.
Hey, yo.
Talk about food or human rights.
Food.
They intersect, they intersect.
The culinary and the restaurant industry is about dealing with people.
Correct.
So you'll see everything in the broad daylight.
Do you have like that one moment you remember being as young as you can that you were like, wow, this is what food can do, or this is what I can do with food, for example?
Well, it's besides feeding my parents, I used to cook for my parents. I mean, I was brought up in a home where a lot of the meals were shared.
Yeah.
And it must be shared because my dad has a very strong sense of family dining,
Right.
right? And we all have to sort of sit down and
Have dishes.
have food together.
Yeah.
Like nobody touches the food if someone is absent from the table.
Oh.
Yeah, but it gets pressuring and sometimes a bit scary because when the food gets cold, that becomes a problem as well.
Right.
Yeah, so it's more of like a time on the clock. Like, because for us, food has to be hot. It's hot one, and food has to be eaten together. That's another.
Yeah.
So sometimes when two and two don't meet together, that's where you get fights. That's where you get a lot of things happening. But when things do align, the stars align,
It's all good.
all worked out, right? All worked
Okay.
out. So yeah, I think one of the fondest memories for me is communal dining experience. I think not only in my homes, when after maturing as a chef and looking at the things on a grand scale of things, I think a lot of the Southeast Asian countries and in Asia do do find communal dining as a very important part of their culture.
Yeah.
So a lot of what I do now is try to highlight that. Because ever since the introduction of the cuisine in Western cooking of everything should be portion singular
Yeah,
portions,
yeah.
or like fine dining, or like
Course meal.
course meals. Nothing wrong with that. I was fine dining trained. I am French trained in school, and I worked in fine dining restaurants in most of my careers. Other than my own restaurant, which is the casual restaurant. So I understand the appeal of a fine dining where you give an experience rather than just food,
Right.
right? But I like how Thai. So my first experience in having a hybrid of those cultures was in a Thai restaurant in Bangkok called Nam, and where they have a tasting menu, but in between that tasting menu, the main course will come out as a set, where everybody would have few dishes to be shared and rice.
Nice.
And so for me, it was a very brilliant idea of giving an experience, but assimilating to the culture that we're in.
Right.
Best of both
Right.
worlds.
Yeah. So
Truly.
for me, that was the true. It really captures what Southeast Asia and Asia is all about.
Yeah.
Right? Sharing food in between people that you care about,
True.
between people that you love, people you want to share a meal with. So
Yeah.
I think that for me translate to what a lot of the food I do as well, which is cater to groups. A group can be 2%,
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
be 2.5, which is the cake, or more, right? So a lot of the food I do, I like to sort of incorporate the idea of sharing because it then also brings a lot of story to the table.
That's cute.
You were French trained and you experienced food in a lot of parts of the world.
Yep.
What would you say is different with how work culture, especially in the kitchen, and the way they eat food, different countries?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, the only two places that I really got to work was in one in Bali,
Okay.
which is in a fine dining restaurant, and another was like a stint was in London.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in London for like 1 week. It was a very,
Okay.
very short one.
Okay.
It was for a job also, but I didn't get it because I got the visa, but I didn't get paid.
Ah.
You know, the whole visa storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody can't get a job now. So, anyways, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so I think the culture in Bali is a little bit different. I cannot speak for the whole of Indonesia because Bali is a holiday island.
Yeah.
Right.
It's its own
Tourist destination.
It's a tourist destination, and you get different sorts of customers all around the world.
Yeah.
Well, mostly Australians, well-to-do Indonesians,
Okay.
and up to recently more China tourists.
Okay.
Right? So the kind of mouths that you will feed in Bali is very diverse. Right? You would need to have a menu that speaks a little bit of Indonesian, but just a little bit. But do pizzas, do pastas, do
Familiar
sandwiches,
stuff,
familiar
yeah.
stuff for the tourists, right? And I was working in this fine dining restaurant where back then it was the up and coming. It was number 44, if not mistaken, in the Asia's 50 best. I'm not sure familiar.
Okay.
So San Felipe Compound, that's like the Asia's the best and then the world's 50 best.
Right.
So that restaurant called Locavo was part of that list that year that I was in, and we were getting a lot of customers. And then the culture of the workplace was very different because the Balinese people, from what I've heard, work very differently than how the local Indonesians work. Whereby the Balinese has the kampung spirit.
Okay.
You know, I mean the kampung spirit. I think we know the kampung spirit. We love a lot about the nature of things,
Yeah.
the ingredients. They like to tell the story about the heritage, whereas the city people is more about like the efficiency of the business, the growth of the business.
Is it getting traction?
Is it
All
getting
those things.
traction? Yeah, nothing wrong with both of it, you know. But I think it's just a matter of having best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So I think so in that restaurant particularly, it was very much about that, about capturing the whole environment, the whole narrative about why you come to Bali, when it's more than just an island.
Right.
There is heritage, there is story to tell, like the paddy fields, the cuisine, the people, the indigenous people that have certain techniques that is not known to the public. This restaurant local will sort of bring it up. And as a compared to Malaysia, you were saying, we have that restaurants similarly doing similar things now,
Right.
like Dewakan, which I used to work as well, where they capture a lot of what the indigenous people are doing, the indigenous ingredients that we have in Malaysia that
Yeah.
is not particularly common or not particularly valued for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this restaurant put it on the table and say, hey, this is a conversation starter, and this is an ingredient that we have in Malaysia that is equally as important to the indigenous people, and it should be important to us because it's
Yeah.
something that you want to give value to.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's
You have
cute.
to water down the food for, let's say, the more Western tourists.
In Bali,
Yeah.
and back then I was just really following what the restaurant was trying to do.
Okay.
Water down, I would say the better way to say is more of like just trying to make it more familiar to them,
Okay.
right? Because at the same time, it's also
So no seasoning out, bland.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's more like just trying to make sure that they get to understand what we're trying to do.
Okay.
But also because restaurant at the end of the day is a business.
Yeah.
So you need to know how to sell it.
Yeah.
And you need to know how to sell things that are familiar.
Yeah.
Things that are too out of this world, where sometimes some people may not be ready for it. And there is no business there, then ultimately your whole dream of running this restaurant just fails.
No one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I believe in the whole idea of like being different, being creative, and having a creative driving force is very important. But at the same time, it has to make sense.
Correct.
It has to make sense. Like in realistically, like how many people will buy your idea? You know what I mean? So that yeah.
Was
So-
there? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask if there are any dishes currently at your restaurant that were inspired by your time in Indonesia?
Currently there is one. I mean, inspired directly, no, because I'm doing Chinese food now. Yeah, a lot of the food that we do in 50 Tiers is very much derivative of local Chinese cuisine. Local meaning Malaysian, right? How but we grew up, not really China,
Mainland China.
not really
Yeah,
China.
Malaysian Chinese.
Malaysian Chinese, like tong poyo, braised pork, like the sweet and sour chicken, simple things like that, like jiu cha, peranakan. Because I'm peranakan, so a lot of the food that I do also has a lot to do with the peranakan taste buds and the ingredients like lemongrass, introducing asam into certain cooking techniques in the Chinese cooking techniques. So one dish in particular that I think sort of inspired me by how the way they think rather than direct inspiration is pairing of ceviche, like a red snapper. I have currently on the menu. It's a red snapper that has been cured by served raw with spiced vinegar and coriander. So it's
It's fish.
so it's fish. It's inspired by the dish called the mouth-watering chicken or the hao sui kai, which is sliver chicken, right? But instead I use fish and I pair it with strawberries.
Oh,
Yum.
wait. Cooked strawberries or like?
Frozen shaved strawberries.
Oh, okay.
So I'll take strawberries, freeze it until it's rock solid, and then I'll also sort of shave it on top.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It sounds so good. It's not supposed to sound good, but it sounds good.
because I mean, in flavor perspective, if you don't look into ingredients, you look into ingredients as flavors.
Yeah.
Something fresh and bright would work well with something fishy.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you have the acid and
And then I
everything.
say the spice, and then we pair with chili oil as well. Yeah, so that's one of our starters in the restaurant that we sort of do, and that's one of the more provocative dishes, I would say. It is still familiar, but the flavor combination is like,
It challenges
Makes
you,
you-
a little bit.
makes you
like,
think a little bit.
It feels like that scene in Ratatouille where he ate like the strawberry and the cheese for the first time.
Yeah.
And his brain started giving him
He's
like,
like,
green
"Whoa."
flames.
Yeah. So that's the idea.
Yeah.
Are there any like Asian hacks that you feel like the Western world could use?
Oh.
One of it for me is the idea of velveting. I'm not sure whether you're familiar. You know how Chinese restaurants, they always like to whip their meat, or they know when they cut slices of meat,
Yeah.
and they like to mix it with starch, sugar, and egg whites.
Yeah.
And then when they stir fry it, it becomes this very silky,
Oh yeah.
very smooth meat, and they stir fry vegetables and whatever not. So I feel that's a very unsung hero of a technique. Partly because also I think a lot of Western style cooking, be it French, European, German, they like to cook meats in a large amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
cut
Like a steak.
like a steak, or like they like to roast whole beef,
Yeah.
whole pork, whole chicken, rather than cutting it up
Correct.
and
Correct.
split. Whereas Chinese cooking, they like to cut the meat up because it's for them, cutting food is being civil.
Yeah.
That's why I read in a book called The Invitation to Banquet by Fisher Dunlop. So a lot of the Chinese cooking, the philosophy of Chinese cooking is to cut means is to be civil, because you're serving food to the empress and the emperors and the king back then. So serving meat and food in
Yeah.
big quantities where you're chewing it out can be seen barbaric back then.
Right.
Makes sense, because
Right.
why would the king be cutting his own food? Right?
Yeah,
Correct.
correct. So back then, Chinese chefs had to learn how to make slivers of food taste better in terms of texture and whatnot. So they sort of invented this technique called velveting, where they sort of velvet meats with starch, a little bit of oil, salt sometimes, and sugar and some seasoning, and they would sort of make sure the proteins get loosened up, and
Okay.
so that it absorbs more flavor, it
Yeah.
gets more texture
Yeah.
outside. The starch helps the texture, and when you stir fry it, it gets this very smooth texture in your mouth. It's very tender.
Yum.
So that's a technique that I don't see any Western cooking talk about at all.
Yeah.
Nor do I have seen any Chinese cooking. I mean, Chinese cooking shows talk about it, but I can't read Mandarin and I can't read Cantonese. I'm sure there is this technique spoken in those books, but
Correct.
I
just in a different way.
I've just never been exposed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I recently picked up another book called The Walks of Life, I think.
It
was-
spelled W-O-K.
W.O.K.
That's so
That is so
cute.
smart.
Yeah, so it's written by an American guy who breaks down the whole idea behind velveting and many other techniques in the Chinese
Right.
cookbook.
Right.
Right. So it I think that's one of the techniques I feel that could benefit more in the Western world. How I'm not sure, but I think it's a very good technique.
Yeah.
Actually, you're not wrong there because I had seen like this one person on TikTok who one of his followers commented is like, I feel like food would taste better if they were smaller. So he started making traditionally Western dishes
Okay.
but smaller. So like Wellington beef is like this big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like small, like hot dogs. And
yeah.
it's like actually it's pretty good this way.
Yeah.
So I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
No, and another thing they, like you said, they don't like to do or they don't know how to do or don't know why they're not doing it.
They malas.
Maybe
Because
it's
they don't
like
cook in one big portion.
whenever I watch MasterChef, I get so triggered that they make, first of all, they call it curry sauce. Second of all, they will cook the meat separately from the curry.
Yeah. So
And I'm like, then they serve the curry, they put the rice, then they put the fish on top. I'm like, that is not fish curry, brother man. Like, that's
No.
curry with rice and fish.
yeah.
So when the Asian contestants come and they cook it all in one pot, the rest of them are like, you can do that? And I'm like, that's how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
You can mix it all in one, and that's how you get the depth of the flavor with the
Correct,
sauce
correct,
and
correct.
everything.
Yeah.
Whether it's a curry, whether it's something like lemon chicken, or it's always in the sauce. You
It's
never
usually
get
sauce.
it
Correct.
separately.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, it is true. Like a lot, I think if you would try to cook in a Western way, those Malaysian recipes,
Yeah.
it will not work. It will not work. But if you were to cook Western cooking in Asian recipes, it somehow works.
Correct. Because I think maybe I think we're exposed to more.
Like
That too.
Like rendang fried chicken.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Someone did it and somehow it worked.
Remember that outrage when I think it was on MasterChef, but they said like rendang supposed to be crispy.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, a lot of people got upset.
Everybody was like,
Raging. That was one time Singapore and Malaysia united,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be Malaysia and Indonesia. Singapore has no say in rendang
I know,
Correct.
but they would like to claim it anyway.
Correct.
because they have better writers. To be fair,
Oh yeah.
they have
Yeah.
better writers. They have better people who can speak about it.
Yeah.
They have they have a better power
They
of a pen.
also have the money for the marketing.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. It's more of they know the people behind Singapore knows how to allocate this money to
Promote
fund
this,
this and
yeah.
promote this because they know that this is a market not to be reckoned with and it's also a market that is booming.
Yeah.
Whereas in Malaysia, I don't know lah, right? I don't know where the funds go to. I don't know where the Tricky Malaysia goes to. I'm not sure.
We also don't know.
I don't know. We have tried and tried. Even we got butthurt about not being part of this street food series in Netflix. But at the end of the day, it's not about them. But it's more about us and how
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
We know who we are.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
No, because I feel like whatever Singapore wants to write and say about their food, good for y'all. But it's always, I've never been wowed by Asian food in Singapore.
Yeah. I mean, there are good food in Singapore. Don't get me wrong.
There is. It's
I have Singaporean friends. I love Singapore.
It's not where you go if you want to think of food.
yeah.
It's either for me, it's Vietnam if you want to be like healthy,
Oh.
or if you want, the good stuff.
To come here.
Yeah, like,
Or you go to Thailand, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Vietnam and Thailand are the two countries I've traveled to where I didn't miss Malaysian food as much when I was away because I was still getting a lot of the Asian flavors.
Yeah.
Whereas if I travel to Singapore or like other places,
Oh, that's evil eye.
I'm instantly like, bring me back to Malaysia. Like not just for the prices,
Yeah.
for the flavor.
running to the border.
I'm running. I'm sprinting. Like they do, don't get me wrong. I also have friends in Singapore, but they do Western food really well. They do anything but Asian food really well, which I feel is so sad.
That's sad.
Because it's like if I wanted a good meal, I'd have to go to like a diner or like a cafe.
Yeah. I mean, Singapore is very good with international taste buds.
Yeah. My friend had a coconut recently and it tasted washed out. Like, how do you make a coconut washed out, guys? It tasted like they had poured the coconut water out, added water, and served it. And I was like, how do you wash out a coconut? Like, this is something can only
They
happen.
probably took coconut water, distilled it first, then put it back.
That's crazy.
I mean, truth to be told, I don't go to Singapore to have coconut anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Are there coconut trees there?
Good question.
good question. Good question. I'm not sure. Nor am I entitled to answer that question.
Actually.
Going back and Googling coconut tree.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry, Singapore. You have good bak chor mee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have that one thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Aduh. Okay, now away from Singapore, let's take it
Far away.
Yeah, far away, far away. TikTok. How do you feel about TikTok recipes?
Okay, this is a bit tricky because my girlfriend is also very much in the content world, so I have to be a little bit
Civil?
civil.
Okay.
I understand. I understand how certain recipes, not only on TikTok and Instagram, how certain recipe developers do create recipes that are easy and convenient for household, because most of the time a lot of us want to cook at home and make it easy, right? But it like you said, it do get sometimes it does get a bit overboard with the recipes. It can be either be too simple where sometimes you would think like, you know,
That's not possible.
does it really work?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like, or it gets too weird, like you said. So for me, I would say do your due diligence on who you follow, on who this person is cooking and what this person is trying to do. Other than that, I think weird recipes are just for attention. Really just for attention.
Clickbait.
Clickbait, you know, and
Just for the
sometimes just to get the views in and to be provocative, but there is no context
Yeah.
why you're being provocative
Yeah.
anyway. That's my take. That's why I don't do recipes. I don't do a lot of recipes on Instagram. I do it, but they are
That's not your
very.
main thing lah.
That's not my main thing, you know. I've said it on Instagram before. I don't think I'm very good at portraying recipes online because there's already so many people out there who are doing better than I am.
It is a saturated market.
Yeah, it is a very
Yeah.
saturated market, and it blurs the lines between for the public between
Correct.
professional chefs and
At home. cooks, yeah.
like professional food content creators.
Yeah.
You know, so it does. But I think the public is smart enough to know who are these people and how
You'd
they
be
use them
surprised.
themselves.
Media literacy is down, bro. Like,
Well, I am in a stance where I do give faith in people who know what to follow, but also I will be in the side where I'll just gently remind you guys, you know, just do your due diligence and who you follow and what kind of recipes you follow, because you do not want to be poisoning your mom or dad.
Facts.
Fact.
Oh
You know?
my goodness.
Yeah.
I think the creators will acknowledge that they're doing it for fun.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I just want to see how it's gonna go.
And if they give disclaimer, don't try this at home.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
fine, fair enough.
You know, there are channels or there are pages that are just dedicated to making two absolutely random ingredients work or showing how they don't work.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, if that's your this thing, then fine. But there are some that are really just like out there for like, oh, because the celebrity said it's good. Like, I'm
Name me
gonna-
one. Name me one recipe that you feel like it's so outrageous.
I have two. Olive oil with ice cream.
The Dua Lipa one.
Yeah.
Yo.
That one.
Yo, anybody who said it was good, no, I'm sorry.
I've never tried it, so I don't know.
So I had to do this for content once. Wasabi with sambal.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, I had to take MC the next day. Like,
that's
Damn.
disgusting.
Then why
I
would
think-
you?
for content.
Again, you see, do your due diligence.
Yeah.
What you try doesn't mean you have to record it. What you do at home, if it works for you, may not work for you at the viewer end.
If you're trying to educate people why you shouldn't do it, then yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. If the content direction is you should not do this at home,
Oh my gosh.
you know, great for you.
Yeah.
But don't force people into something that you may not do, because you don't know your viewers what kind of allergies they have.
True.
Restaurant professionals always ask what kind of allergies you have before we serve you the food. So I would say if you were to put up a recipe online, just put a disclaimer: this has peanut allergy, or this has certain
Dairy.
thing on the recipe that you want certain people to avoid.
Yeah.
So please, you know,
That's
maybe
good.
perhaps
That's a good tip, yeah.
just give them a heads up. You know, give them a heads up.
For
Don't
real.
say you can't do it. Just give it a heads up.
Doesn't
know?
hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. You want to put avocados on raw chicken and call it sashimi, by all means. But you know, just give them a heads up.
Have you actually seen that?
Well, Japan is big on chicken sashimi, so
Okay.
yeah. But don't try it at home. Japanese chefs have trained years for it.
Yeah.
Let's help.
Yeah.
And they know where they get the chickens from.
Yeah.
You don't.
They know how to treat it, everything.
Yeah. So you know, leave it to the professionals.
Honey.
Like me and my girlfriend, what we will say, just leave it to the professionals and don't assume you're one.
Facts.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the perfect transition into what we call the hijab moment of the week.
Okay.
Where we ask you like about the dumbest viral thing that you've seen. It can be in a food context. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be. But what would be your take
I
on
think
that?
the thing that really got my icks up and really just got me like wondering why would you do this is when a when bubble tea just got out of its own category
They were just putting it everywhere.
and just putting it on everything.
Yeah.
Like bubble tea burger, bubble tea pizza,
Bubble tea burger.
bubble tea sambal, bubble tea in your instant noodles.
I tried that. It was nasty. I tried that.
That's just
Like,
like-
noodle bubble tea was disgusting.
Like
It
for
was
me,
awful.
bubble tea stays in a cup. In a milk tea, it stays in a cup with the milk.
Yeah. I think the dessert part of it was fine. Like
Dessert?
some of it translated into like shaved
Yeah, yeah,
ice
yeah.
or even ice cream. I'm like, this makes sense.
Or putting
Yeah.
it on bingsu, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think now there's a new one coming out where it's mochi everything.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, now there's mochi cakes which Kiara GCC is doing now, which is quite like very viral.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. But now that I've
Don't
seen
mochi
that
burger lah.
there is mochi burgers, I've seen that, and there are also like mochi nachos where they will put like nachos, they'll put cheese and they will cover it with mochi, and then they'll sort of like just bake it so that this mochi will sort of like become crispy and stuff. I'm just like, bro,
That's not mochi anymore. That is an abomination.
yeah. Like
This
I said, just leave mochi alone, guys. Leave boba alone. Leave the starches alone.
leave it alone. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's not meant to be experimented
Yeah,
with.
yeah,
And
yeah.
because I feel like unfortunately coming from Malaysia you have a lot of versatile ingredients, right?
Yeah.
You have ingredients like kaya, for example, that can be sweet and savory.
Yeah.
So that's why it gives room for these coconuts online to go and make freaking boba burgers and mochi pizzas and why?
Just
Yeah.
because you can doesn't mean you should.
I want to see your MC list.
Yeah.
So confirm a long MC list that you had to take from the doctor because you're creating all this.
Yeah. I don't think it's advisable to do it for business as well. Just don't.
Yeah.
Like those. I'm not sure who, but I'm certain. I'm very certain there are some cafes, some restaurants adopting this idea
Yeah.
and selling it to guests. If it brings you business, good for you.
Yeah.
But I do not know what kind of reviews we get out of it.
Yeah, honestly.
You know, so
Shock value lah.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
things like sambal burger, okay, that makes sense to me.
yeah.
But things like sambal ice cream,
No.
sometimes I'm
that was
just
the
like,
thing. That was an actual thing.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
like
I did not try it. I did not want to.
no, thank you.
but sambal burrito, nasi lemak burrito is
That
See,
makes
that's
that makes sense.
different.
In a vegetarian cafe in
Yeah.
what's it called? Shit.
Like if you turn chicken rice into a taco, okay, sure.
Not bad. Oh,
It
there was one thing that I felt was so like it was the smartest thing in the world that made me feel so stupid. Why did I think about it? Was when I was in Bangalore. I was in Bangalore for work, and we were working in this collab, and the people of that company bought us a takeaway.
Okay.
Right, and this takeaway was a what you call a burrito, but it was a burrito using chapati, and they wrapped butter chicken in it. And I'm like, bro, this is the smartest thing anybody could have done.
Bellissimo.
Why is it not done here?
Yeah.
Why is it not done here?
Yeah.
Not right now.
It's a business idea. So if you run
You can make it yourself,
a
babe.
commission.
Actually,
You can make it
order
yourself.
them separately and then just put them together.
Correct.
Wait.
Correct.
Yeah. You know, like how people take like those frozen flatbread.
Yeah.
They will fry it, then fluff, become like an egg burrito.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could do that with chapati. Just buy butter chicken from Tasty Chapati and just put it inside and just wrap it and then call it a day.
The potential.
Bellissimo. You could do it with mutton, you could do it with fish.
Yeah, I tell you, it's the smartest thing
Yeah.
that came out from that subcontinent. That
I don't know.
Sorry, not.
I don't know how to feel. A continent is Asia, bro.
Yeah, India is not a continent.
No.
Oh no.
Country, bro.
That's why I'm a chef. I'm sorry. That's why I'm a chef. I am so sorry.
Africa's a continent.
I'm so
India
sorry.
is a country in
I
it.
just made a
I
fool of
mean, I don't know
myself.
what the same shape, but it can be.
No, because India is so big.
It's huge.
It's huge, and I love India. You know, I've been to Bangalore, I've been to Mumbai, I've been to the Triangle.
Ah,
I always thought they were like a continent by itself.
Understood.
Yeah.
But they're
so
not, yeah.
but they're not.
I mean, since they have their own ocean, you
Yeah.
Imagine
I'm sorry.
Imagine how the
okay.
Brits would feel. Oh yeah, we conquered a continent, guys.
well, for them, they don't know the difference. I guess.
Yeah. I'm probably on the British side.
Yeah.
I probably don't know my geography that well.
No, but with Indian food, as someone who eats a lot of Indian food because I'm Indian, I think you can do anything with the
No, really.
chapati,
Yeah.
rotia.
Oh, and the one thing I love about the Indian breakfast is the one thing is poha. Oh, I can't get it here. So poha is this flattened rice, I think. Is it correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
Flattened rice, and then they sort of stir fry with turmeric and spices.
Yes.
And just call it that's breakfast. That's
Yeah.
it. It's like Indian fried rice.
Oh.
But
Kind of, yeah.
it's like Indian fried rice.
Yeah.
And they will serve you in this container. And India is known for like food delivery because jam is everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you order this poha at home with like a chutney. Call it a day.
Okay, I will try.
Yes, you have to.
Yeah. It's not common in Malaysia because it's not something you find.
It's not.
Mainland India.
Because
Yeah.
because in Malaysia, Indian food you can tell is very separated by Northern Indian and Southern Indian.
Yeah, correct.
So if it's not what you get in A, it's what you get in B, and the in between stuff or the stuff that doesn't market well is not going to be on the menu.
Yeah.
Unless you make it yourself. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the way it is.
Yeah. Sorry about that, but
No, it's okay. It's
I can feel the cancellation coming already. I can feel.
no, but you owned it. It's fine.
Yeah,
You're good. You're good. I think for me the dumb things I see are people just putting cheese on everything. As someone who loves cheese, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I think there are things that
Yeah.
absolutely make cheese,
Amazing.
even better. But like,
Do you really need a whole block of cheese in your casserole?
oh, or the mama that I grew up with, because it's very near my high school, they do some pretty viral things that some taste good. They have roti like KLCC with like
All the roti tissue.
yeah, with like chocolate, then they have really tall like roti bomb and everything. They put cheese on Maggi curry all. Sorry lah bro, cannot lah.
Wait, what kind of cheese? Is it like
Sliced cheese. Sorry. It's
Oh,
like
the
supposed to be like it's
the
supposed to be
craft
like
cheese.
ramen. Yeah, it's supposed to be like cheese ramen, right? Which I also am
I
not
think
a
they're
fan
trying to
of.
copy that Hong Kong cheese baked rice
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
But it went south.
I've seen them do like Coke with like a weird mix of like something else, and I'm just like, no man. I go for the mamak to like Milo ice and roti pisang, and I think there was once my friend, she wanted to order that because, and then she gave out said roti ice, and I was like, no, you have to correct them now before they actually bring out roti ice because they will do it because he double checked. He was like, you sure you want roti with ice, huh? And she's like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant roti kosong with Milo ice.
no, sometimes it's just.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And I was like, if you don't correct him now, you're actually gonna get roti with ice cubes on it. Like
That's why I feel sometimes mama stores have the best hospitality because they'll give you what you literally want.
Correct.
No questions asked.
Correct.
You want a chicken in your milkshake, they'll give you a chicken in your milkshake.
Correct.
Then
They did that with like what was it the cheese ball trend that they turned into a blended drink. They actually
Oh
did
my
it.
god.
They have the cheese ball chips.
I think so. Yeah.
The ring,
Super ring.
Super ring. They made that into a drink. They blended it.
and that's why sometimes I feel restaurants are not to be blamed for these abysmal ideas. It's the diners,
Correct.
Asking for it. Like,
They're the ones who like roti pisang on the side. They're just
Or like give me bak kut teh soup, but I want the soup on the side. But that's dry bak kut
let's
teh.
try bak kut teh with your
Then
soup.
they'll complain to you, your soup is dry.
Nani?
make them
The
sign
heck?
a waiver. Make them sign a waiver. Honestly.
Yeah. So sometimes you just can't get away
Yeah.
with it, with customers sometimes. Not all customers are like that. Just like disclaimer. I love some customers, but some customers can just be a little bit wild.
Yeah.
A little bit. And when we are trained to act on what you request,
Yeah.
you will get what you request.
No, that's the best part. Is like they'll order something that's different, or they'll ask for like a variation. You get it,
By surprise.
and then they'll be like, "Doesn't taste like the original lah." Of course lah, you didn't request for it, right? Oh my gosh! As a customer, I get triggered. See
Yeah.
other customers like that.
Again, I work in a professional field. I have to be professional. I'll just have to give what my customer requests.
Exactly.
And if they request such requests, our job is to deliver.
Correct.
Right? And to deliver to what extent, it is based on what we can deliver.
Correct.
Right? If the customer asks for the stars, we'll just negotiate sometimes whether we can give you the moon. You know, so we'll meet ends. We'll meet ends. Yeah, we'll meet ends.
That's the sign of a pro.
Yeah.
What about you, Aka? What's the dumb?
Hijau moment of the week is, you know, when something already exists, but then someone will take it and put a new label and be like, oh, this is brand new. So this woman I saw, she said she invented, no, I know she used the word invented or what, but she
Discovered.
yeah, something. Solid water. Solid water. Okay, you know what it was?
You gotta zoom in on this face, man.
She even like said the thing as she poured it into her pot. You know what it was? Agar-agar sial. She made agar-agar with no flavoring, no color. She was like, "This is solid water." Like,
Girl, please.
and guess what color was her
White.
agar-agar solid water. Tu barulah.
Oh my days.
I'm being hurt so bad.
My brain cell count has just dropped.
My grandma is
hearing
screaming in heaven.
I think
So yeah,
all
well.
grandmas in Asia
Yeah.
like
Yes.
Bro.
she didn't even put a drop of sugar. She just put the agar-agar for water, boil, biar gitu.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And her logic was like, if you are a long distance runner, this is how you can stay hydrated. Like, babe, just pack
Water.
water.
You just keluar, go to the petrol station, kau ambil minum air banyak yang you mau, beli,
Settle dah.
kocau. Tak payah sabar agar-agar semua. Astaga.
You don't even need a stove with water.
What is up with your algorithm, by the way? Side note.
I give you one better. Don't use agar, use gelatin.
Oh.
You don't need heat.
Just melts.
Just melts. It just sets, bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, I mean, sis.
The way that people's brain works is,
No, that's not working.
Separate
The brain
study.
wasn't working.
yeah, switched off.
Oh,
No problem. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I am happy she discovered a wonderful ingredient,
Yeah.
and she discovered a way to set water in a very
She don't have
tasteless water.
tasteless way. Yeah.
she don't have ice machine at home. She got no freezer to put ice cube. That one also solid
Maybe
water, right?
you know maybe that's true. Maybe she put the agar-agar in a chiller so it can cool water.
What kind of logic is that?
I don't know. So you can use like bouncy ice cubes. You know.
Or maybe, but
I don't know at this
no
point.
words, no words.
Yeah. Like I said, I am here to listen and don't judge.
Oh, I'm here to listen and judge very harshly.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Let's bring it back to Malaysia.
Yes. Okay, since we talked about all these weird ingredients, right? What's a weird ingredient you want to work with, Darren? Or that you think people are like, I'm never going to touch that, but you're like, you know what? I see potential.
I would love to work with squid eggs. Because it's also a very common Malay ingredient actually in Kelantan where they do gulai. Yeah, they do gulai with
Right.
it. So a lot of the marine life eggs like fish eggs, squid eggs, octopus eggs, I mean those pose some flavor that is quite unique in some sense, and it has a very unique taste. The texture is also not for everyone.
Okay.
But I like how Japanese do it, but they don't use eggs. They use raw octopus with they cut it with wasabi leaves.
Oh.
And that's me and my girlfriend's favorite like snack when we go to a Japanese restaurant because it's like this slimy, spicy, briny
Yeah.
taste condiment.
Okay.
Yeah, that it will put off some people, but I like it because it's like that chew that like overcooked squid is like rubbery.
Yeah.
So they cut it so small where the rubberiness feels like nice to eat.
Okay.
You get what
So
I
it's
mean?
chewy in a good way.
It's chewy in a good way, and then those raw eggs and raw flavors of that eggs also give that sort of flavor and that texture as well, but a bit softer. So those are kind of ingredients that I would like to cook with, but I know I will get a lot of backlash if I were to serve it in a restaurant because it's not something widely accepted.
Yeah.
So I always keep it at the back of my mind. Yeah.
Okay.
I would be like, you know what if we did
You could do for April Fools.
man, I already passed, so thankfully. But I always thought of like, what if this was introduced in like a nasi ulam, or like in a sambal, like
Yeah.
because taco wasabi is like
It's the thing here.
it's a small little condiment.
Yeah.
But what if you toss like sambal with like raw octopus? Then just eat it like that with your nasi, you know, like.
Potential.
That would be
That's potential.
interesting,
It's
yeah.
not too weird,
Yeah, yeah.
but it is weird for some.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird for some. So
But I think it's the right level of weird where it's
Yeah, yeah.
familiar and it's different.
Yeah.
So you're intrigued to try it. You're not
Right.
completely like put off like, ew, no, I'm never
or like
touching
or
that."
like cured fish eggs. You know those China in Taiwan and in Hong Kong and in China and in Japan as well. They're very familiar with cured fish roll.
Yeah.
And they would slice it, they would eat it with like condiments or with like rice and a set. So I like to work with those condiments like raw fish eggs or like cured fish eggs. They would slice it very thin. You could eat it with like floss or eat it with like bread
Yum.
or eat it as your breakfast. So that's like a ingredient I would like to introduce. But I have not done it yet because I know it will have some negative implications
Yeah.
that I'm not sure how to
Navigate.
navigate yet.
I love the idea though.
Yeah, it's a good idea. But should I act on it now? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe
One
not.
day.
One day.
One day.
It will come to me. It will come to me one day.
One day.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to Malaysian cuisine, right, what would you say are some pros and cons about it? Like what Malaysian
Yeah. The
Malaysian
culinary
food,
scene.
pros, strong flavors, bold flavors. The con is not for the faint-hearted. Yeah, because there are a lot of things in the Malaysian cuisine that is very strong, very heavy sometimes.
Yeah.
Like breakfast, who eats bak kut teh for breakfast?
You know, I'll be
I do. You know.
When, because I used to live overseas when I was a kid, right? So when I came back to Malaysia, I was like, I think tween, about to be high school. So I had grown up in like Arab Western lifestyle. So we didn't exactly have rice. It wasn't
Staple.
Staple.
Yeah.
It wasn't a staple. So when I came back to Malaysia, I got culture shock by people eating rice for breakfast because
Yeah.
rice felt so heavy for me.
Yeah.
Like, for breakfast. Like I was clutching my pearls and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, it felt so heavy for breakfast.
Yeah, same but it's this culture of eating starch for breakfast is very common in Asia, right?
Yeah.
Right, but like that's why I think those people who come from a Western country and they see us eat breakfast, they will get scared.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're eating like oily stuff, fried stuff.
Yeah.
Nasi lemak breakfast was
Yeah, starch, rice.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are flavors I really grew up eating and I love it.
Right.
I still do eat starch for breakfast. I eat noodles for breakfast every day, most of the time. But like I said previously for the conversation, I just add more vegetables on it. Yeah, so that's one thing. I feel that if you're not ready for it, you will have a hard time. Try to find light breakfast in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kopitiam.
Kopitiam.
Dim
Even
sum.
even your kopitiam with your kaya butter is butter and kaya
Yes.
and bread with like Milo or like kopi that is like full on sugar or full on milk. It's heavy, but it's good. It's what we grew up eating, right? They're not the type to eat like little piece of bread,
Nah.
or like the milk. That's not our culture. Yeah, but we are trying to navigate of trying to find a way to get more balanced meals out of it, and that's my girlfriend's job, not my job. But I am speaking the same language sort of. So that's one of the pros and cons that is sort of intertwined together. The another pros I would feel is like the diversity, right? Again,
Yeah.
I think you get food from the Chinese people, you get food from the Malay people, you get food from the Indian people, you get food from the sub-cultural mixes.
Correct. The
The
fusions.
Chiti Peranakans, the Mamaks, the all sorts of
Yeah,
mixed
yeah.
cultures there.
Borneo side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the Sarawak and the Sabahans, So you get a lot of diversity and a lot of exposure to different type of cooking.
Even the way they make dishes in different states.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Right.
laksa, there's like
Correct.
8 to 9 or like 10 types of laksa from north to south.
Correct.
Yeah, and every laksa is so different, so distinctive,
Yeah.
and so true to the nature of where they are.
Yeah.
Right?
Nasi kanda as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Even stuff like Hokkien mee.
Yeah,
Like I always forget Hokkien mee is different in Penang.
correct.
So when it comes to food, I'm like, what is this? I'm like, oh yeah, I mean,
Roti bowl also.
Yeah.
Because like in Sabah, if I'm not mistaken, wait, how's roti bowl made here usually?
made.
I don't.
I mean, like what's in it?
I'm a chef, but I have to Google this because I don't order the whole actually.
I don't know what's in it. I just order it.
I don't know because I want to be accurate of it.
Mouth.
Okay. Because in Sabah it's different, you know.
Really?
What your food?
Yes. No, I want to hear what y'all couldn't hear first.
Sound like you have to go and like pluck like some rare fruit in the jungle. She's like, this is the roti bomb.
Yeah, it's filled. It's a filled flatbread with like sugar and kaya.
Yeah, lah.
Okay, yeah, sugar and kaya. You know what they do in Sabah? They add an egg inside there, like the I don't know how, but there's an egg in there that's not. There's still yolky
Oh.
with kaya, and it
Whoa.
works.
Yeah.
So kaya, egg inside the roti bomb.
So
And
when
like,
you cut into it, it's
the yolk opens up. It's like here cannot find it. So I came here. I felt like I got scammed because they gave me like condensed milk. And
Yeah.
Like, where is
It's
my egg?
full of sugar.
roti bomb here is purely dessert.
Pure dessert.
Purely dessert.
Okay, yeah. So now I remember. Yeah, it's full of sugar and kaya. Yeah, okay. Because I don't normally order it, so I'm not familiar to that. Normally, also I would order as most is roti bawang.
Can you just do it once to like? I feel like it will freak your girlfriend out.
I think it
It was
was.
so fun because she's gonna be like, "It's just sugar." You're gonna be like, "Yeah." See her
I know.
reaction.
I know.
See her reaction.
Yeah, I know. I think she'll freak out.
No, but I think she'd also, because you say she's very big on balance, I think she'd be like, okay, you can have this, just have like a mountain of salad on the side.
Yeah, to offset. you know?
yeah.
Here's your green juice.
Yes,
Go with it.
yes.
Oh, she's also not really into green juices.
Oh.
She's like, you just have vegetables lah. Why you want to juice it up?
Why do you want to juice it? Yeah,
I mean,
I like that.
no bad, no wrong. If it works for you, it works for you. That's what she always say. Be proud of me, you know. But I think for me as well, like I think juicing is very a waste of effort. I feel I personally feel it's a waste of effort. Like
Wait,
you can
you have to buy the whole machine or what? Only
yeah, you can enjoy the vegetables in its textures.
Yeah.
Why juice it up?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I know people who get it, like, they juice it because they don't like the texture. But the beauty of vegetables is the texture.
Correct. And I feel like unless you're juicing for like a nutritional purpose, or you know, sometimes I just want
Yeah,
to try.
and then it works for you.
Yeah, I just want to try juicing something to see if it can actually be juiced. Like not everything has to be liquid, but again, if it works for you,
It works for you. You know?
you're missing out, but it works for you.
Yeah.
So, aside from juicing and all that, like cooking has so many machinery, equipment,
Yeah.
and all that. In your opinion, what is the hardest Malaysian dish to make from like scratch? From scratch. Yeah, I don't know.
From
power,
scratch,
no
yeah.
nothing.
I think
Like even if you have all the equipment and what is that, ingredients available,
Yeah.
it will still be a pain to like.
Yeah, for me, I think I talk more from the sense of labor, like how laborious it is. I
Yeah.
think two things come to mind. One is all the kuih muis, all the little details, the layers, the lapis, you know, the all the kuihs, right? All the fillings, you know.
Because they have to be so dainty as well.
Yeah. But no, but most of the time nowadays, kuihs are made in bulks, so it's easy. You know, like the street kayas, you know, the kuih rayas, all that little stuff, alright. And for me, the other one that also gets a little bit very laborious, but if you don't get it right as well, it doesn't taste good, is like nasi ulam or like nasi kerabu, right? Because there's a lot of components.
Yeah, but it still
Yeah.
tastes fresh. It still has to taste fresh.
It
Yeah.
tastes fresh. Your vegetables have to be fresh on the day itself. You cannot pre-make it.
Yeah.
You have to pre-mix it the moment
Yeah.
it's eaten, it's ordered, because that's when the herbs taste the freshest. And you have to compile a lot of ingredients.
Yeah.
You have to keep a lot of ingredients
Yeah.
for you to make it. You have the nasi, the kasong, the turmeric, the onions, the chilies, the garangao, the salted prawns, the salted fish, the kaffir lime leaves, the turmeric leaf, the galanga, the chako, the turmeric, the ginger, the garlic, the onions. What else? Lemongrass.
Yeah.
The list goes on, right? And then you have to have the rice. Then you have the bunga telang flour.
Yeah.
Then you have to know how to make the rempah. You have to know how to make the ayam kunyit. Then you have to know how to make the sambal.
Imagine someone.
The coconut, the keresek, the dried coconut.
All for that one plate of rice.
All for the one plate of damn rice.
Can you imagine someone making this for like their Raya open house?
Insane.
Yeah. And then you see aunties with their blunt knives cutting it very finely.
Kan?
Right.
Or
and
they'll
then-
just be in discussion like,
Yeah.
right.
And then it has to be so fine. Oh, and the bowl kantang, it has to be so fine, because if it's not fine, it gets in the way of eating it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a very nice experience, right? But then you have chefs in this day and age with very sharp knives, who sometimes also don't really cut it very well. And then you'll be like, back in my day, my auntie has a blunt knife, kiwi knife.
Correct.
can make it properly, and then you have a Japanese knife, can't even cut herbs properly.
Back in the day, they just champan like that and throw.
And it's still fine.
And it's still correct.
No-
Correct.
How? I don't know, but yeah.
But the taste when you can tell something has been freshly made
Yeah.
or made from scratch.
Yeah.
is
I think
so
I think the
different.
prefix is nasi long is hard because you can't prep it.
Yeah.
You can't bulk prep it. You have to make it fresh.
Yeah.
You have to make it fresh. Or not, it will not taste as good. You know?
Yeah.
Like the herbs has to be fresh. You can't cut it and keep it one side. It will start to wilt. It will start to dry up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
My appreciation of like freshly made food really grew when I had a friend who, before he went to study in Switzerland,
Yeah.
made like homemade wonton mee.
Oh yeah.
He went through the whole process of like finding the char siu and like going through the marinade
Labor of love.
and like making it, because I harassed him for like a full year and I was like, I want it, because everyone was talking.
Him, man.
Yeah, just take it. He's taken lah.
Okay. Sorry, are you taken?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
But at that time, I don't know if we were, but it was just like a thing. He was just like, so you shut up about it and I can go to Switzerland in peace.
Okay.
Here's your wonton mee, and I ate it and I was like,
Damn.
but there's only one. Like, I want like, more. But yeah, that was when I was really like, wow.
I should probably get nothing else. Because
I'm thinking about that chapati.
Bro, the butter chicken.
Butter chicken.
you probably just go to the mama store.
Yeah,
like,
I hope so.
give me butter chicken. I'll do it myself.
Correct. Oh, but you know the white people be like, this butter chicken wrap.
Oh, ew! Again, call it what it is. It's not solid water. It's agar-agar. Like, oi. I grump.
Butter chicken.
Naan bread and chai tea. I'll shoot you.
Yeah. Chai tea. It's called it tea.
Yeah.
It's chai.
Did you guys watch the second Spider-Verse movie where they introduced the Indian Spider-Man? It's like, chai tea? Chai means tea,
Tea.
bro. What
Yeah.
do you...
Had a full
Yeah.
break. Ay.
Yeah. So I also offended some people when I go to Bangalore, because there was this famous place called Bangalore Cafe.
Okay.
They were famous for chai. You know, I was like, can I have some chai tea?
No!
And then the guy just tell me, you want two? I'm like, no, I want chai tea. Two. I'm like, no, chai tea. Yeah, chai is one, tea is another one. Because chai is with milk, tea is without milk. And then he just got me stunned. I'm just like, am I doing this right?
What a comeback, no?
Yeah.
Agreed.
No, because really, in Bangalore, some of them, when they say tea,
Yeah.
it means without milk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It means without. Chai is with milk.
Yes.
Right, yeah. So I didn't get that. And then I was just like, chai tea. And then they're like, you want two, one with milk and one without
Yeah.
milk. I'm just like,
So when you tell them chai, they mean like all in.
yeah, all
Like you
in.
need to specify if you don't want sugar, you want... Actually, it's very rare if you don't want sugar and milk.
Yeah.
Chai means all.
All.
That's why the size is so small, because the bigger it gets, the more diabetes you get.
Yeah. But it's really good because it has to be. I mean, they serve it because it goes with what you're eating.
Yes.
Most of the time, you're eating it with dosas and puris,
Yes.
where it's very heavy.
Yes.
You know,
So
so
it
the
cuts
chai
through.
cuts through. You know. Yeah. That's right. And I've been to the original. You know, MTR in here.
Yes.
I've been to the original one in Bangalore. So the muffin, I don't know how is it, tiffin carriers, MTR with tiffin rooms.
Yes.
The M, I forgot what's the M name for, but I've been to the original one. It's amazing, and like the chai is amazing. The dosas is amazing. It's the the rava dosas.
Oh.
They slap the ghee and how shiny it is. Ooh,
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think the one thing about dosas I love the most is how shiny it is. Like
Yes.
how smooth the crust
You can,
is.
when you see that, you're like, this is a good dosa.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think dosa is a very... I mean, I think we're quite familiar with it as Malaysians,
Yeah.
whether you're Indian or whether you're not.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like in that sense of like traditional Malaysian flavors?
Yeah.
How do you feel like it's being innovated? Because it's very different from what we're used to
Correct.
50 years ago, for example.
Correct. I mean, 50 years ago, I wasn't born, so I wouldn't know.
Correct.
Right. So, and also, like, I can't assume how it was before, because I wasn't born in the 50s. I was born in 1997.
Right.
Right. So I already know what things were in 1997 and beyond. But I would say the dining scene in Malaysia and the culinary scene has changed a lot dramatically for good reasons. Partly because there's more acceptance in international flavors,
Yeah.
more acceptance in different kind of cuisines. Korean, we've seen the upburst in Korean cuisine now.
Yeah.
We've seen the upburst in
Arab as well.
Arab as well,
Yeah.
China cuisine as well. But at the same time, when this is coming in, there are a lot more people talking about the hawker food here and how a lot of these old legends just persevere and still keep serving the food that we used to serve, like yong tau fu, nasi lemak, nasi kerabu,
Nasi kandar.
nasi kelantan as well. Yeah, so all these things, right? So I feel there is a lot of appreciation to trying to preserve that culture, but I would say it's not enough. For me
Right.
personally, it's not enough because that exists in the realm of hawker centers and kopitiams. The casual dining scene
More can
still
be
lacks
done.
that.
Yeah.
More can be done. I feel there are not enough Malaysian casual eateries that really gives value to the local cuisine. When I mean give value, I mean don't treat the cuisine as a cheap food. Don't treat it as a the take and go of fast food. Don't treat it like that. Treat it as an experience. Treat it as a dish that you want to be proud of.
Correct.
Like maybe how Chef One is doing it.
Yeah.
Like Chef One is doing very. I mean, I like what he's doing with to bring value to Malay cooking and bring value, putting it on the table and say like, hey, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
This is how it should be, and we should preserve this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's why 50 Tales is also all about like preserving that Malaysian palate, right? Like this is Malaysian Chinese. It's not the same as before, I understand, but this is us preserving it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's
and
great.
I think there needs to be more this kind of restaurants, you know? Whether it's preserving wonton mee or whether it's preserving nasi ulam or like, Hokkien mee, there needs to be more restaurants like this run by younger entrepreneurs, younger chefs to give value to the local cuisine. Because there are a lot of pizza restaurants, there's a lot of Italian restaurants, there are a lot of Japanese casual restaurants
Yeah.
charging way more than what is expected.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
I mean, if you put side by side, like you give a bowl of asam laksa,
Yeah.
like where this guy has learned the craft of doing it very well, learned everything using very good quality ingredients, not expensive ingredients, just very good
Yeah.
fresh quality ingredients, versus a Japanese chef who is doing ramen using also good quality ingredients and is trained. But one charges 35, 40 ringgit, one charges 12.
Yeah.
Why the discrepancy?
Yeah.
So the question, the answer, I know the answer already. It always comes down to the import versus export and the
Yeah.
idea of like import cuisine will always be more valuable because you're bringing a certain culture to here.
Correct.
But you don't give value to the local cuisine. You don't. So I think there needs to be more local eateries preserving and giving value to that culture.
Yeah.
I'm not saying slap a big price on what is not worth it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is giving the cuisine what it deserves. Like
Yeah.
cook it with better ingredients, give it more better techniques, train people to learn these recipes in a format, in a system, in a way, put it in education. Put asam laksa in education, put laksa in education, put nasi lemak in the culinary education. Give importance to this part of the world. I mean,
Correct.
this part of good cuisine, because it is part of our culture,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we should learn it.
100%.
We should learn it, I think the number one thing I feel we don't do enough in colleges is, I don't know now, but back when I was in college, we don't learn enough about our local cuisine.
I think that's still true because sometimes I would go out to this is the nudies where the culinary students will do like a pop-up restaurant.
Oh yeah,
They'll serve you, so I'll go every now and then just for, and it's always Western
Yeah.
dishes.
Yeah.
Until now, I don't think they've ever done like local.
Because they're so trained in like French techniques,
Yeah.
like Western styles of doing
I mean,
things.
historically, French cooking has built a system and built an education. And
Yeah.
they are very good at documentation. That's one of the reasons why it's very easy. It's very
held in high regard today.
there's an education system for it. The only problem with us is we don't document enough.
Correct.
Yeah, so I think that's why we are suffering because of that. We don't document enough about what was done before. We are not very good with writing, and I think back then a lot of our information back then is written in different languages. Can be Malay, Indian, can be Chinese. It's different dialects.
Yeah.
And it's not brought to the international language level.
Yeah.
I feel, and a lot of times this information gets lost in between the cracks and all these things. And when this information get lost, it's very hard to trace back. It's very hard to find it back. I think that's why Singapore does it very well, because like the prime minister back then made it from day one that Singapore will speak the English language
Yeah.
because it is a international language.
Yeah.
It invites a lot of international players, and it is a language that everybody can pick up
True.
through education.
That's true.
Yeah. So in today's education, I feel it's lacking that, whereby the documentation is one, and two, it's a lot of that's why when you don't have that documentation, you can't educate to people, and we can't educate it to people, you can't give value,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you lose the meaning.
and you lose the meaning of it. So a lot of our food culture is being done privately, being done by small companies, people in indigenous groups that may or may not have the platform to say what they want to say, you know. And when they say also, they may not have the right skills to know how to put it
Right,
out there,
right.
or like document it, or write it properly, or present it. Yeah, which I feel it's a bit sad, lah.
Yeah, for sure.
But there are people who are doing that. There are people who are trying, and
Yeah.
there are people who are trying to document everything that they can get in, books, in stories, in their restaurants, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm aware of it, but it's not enough. Like I said, it's still years away. Still years away at what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nevertheless, we're in an upward trajectory.
Yeah. Dang. Very well said.
Yeah. That's what I believe.
No, and I think it needs to be preserved because otherwise, what's the point of us having
Yeah.
such a rich heritage
Yeah,
and
correct.
diversity?
For me, look at how the Koreans and Japanese, like even in movies, they are so smart to use the film industry to really tell you a lot about the
I felt
culture.
scammed by tteokbokki, okay? The way the K-drama actors eat it, like it is the best thing. They were like, oh, it's so good. I was like, okay, I want to try it.
Yeah.
I try it, and it's like, it's all that.
Yeah, it's just rice cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's not. It got me to try it.
Yeah.
So like,
So things like that. They use the film industry to tell the story about their culture, their the pride of their country, everything. Like recently, me and my girlfriend, we just I think just a few nights ago, we just watched this movie called The Bullet Train Explosion.
Ah.
In Netflix, is by a Japanese it is a Japanese movie.
Right.
And they were showing about how advanced and how advanced and how proper their train system is, the train system. And the movie is about how a hijacker got to hijack the train and everything all, and how the team and their whole group of the office handled the situation. Right. So I was just thinking about it, and like, it really shows you how well managed Japanese in terms of crisis.
Yeah.
It tells you a lot about their train system, it tells you a lot about their people, it tells you a lot about their culture. This is more of a movie telling about their culture rather than the movie itself.
Yeah.
To me. So it's like, it tells you like, oh, I want to go to this train. Because this train exists, it exists. It's a real thing, you know?
True story,
Yeah. So like, I do want to go on this train. I do want to ride it. I want to see how efficient it is as it
Yeah.
says on the movie.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah. So things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to use
Media.
other forms of
Yeah.
media.
Yeah, correct. Rather than putting bubble tea on nasi lemak lah.
Oh, brother man.
Yeah. So we got the people who just have to use it wisely.
To redirect it, basically.
Yeah, you know that there was also one content that I saw, like, this is a hot topic. Food reviewers, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, this is a hot topic. It's food reviewers. So for me, I get it how some food reviewers like to hype a place up, and by using
Gem this.
Yeah.
Everywhere hidden gem lah.
I don't want to gatekeep anymore.
Yeah, for me it's like, okay, one thing hidden gems. Yeah, maybe your generation may not know about this existence, but it has existed for the past how many years.
years or something.
It may be hidden to you, doesn't mean it's hidden to them.
Correct.
So in context, it's not right to use hidden. More of is just rediscovering this place, because it's not hidden.
Correct.
It's on a store. It's in
right
front.
outside.
It's right outside. Sometimes.
Tens of thousands of people
Yeah.
pass it every day.
Yeah.
Unless it's like in someone's house in like a back corner.
Oh yeah, then okay.
Or like it's a private dining guy and only for reservations.
Yeah.
Maybe, right? But even then, sometimes it's not a gem to all people. it may be good to you, doesn't mean it's good to some.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah. So I feel food reviewers need to learn how to write or tell a story or tell an experience based on their own and not dictate it for the viewer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't dictate it for the viewer and don't. I mean, I'm saying all don'ts, but my solution is write it based on the experience.
experience, yeah.
And whether this viewer will like it or not is totally up to them.
Correct.
Right? You want to rate a restaurant? Sure, bad reviews do exist,
Yeah.
and I accept it because restaurants
We need
do.
honesty.
We need feedback,
Yeah.
right? But if the feedback is too much of a feedback where you are dictating your viewer how to feel, and you're dictating your viewer how to react and how to say like, okay, this way of eating is bad. You should not eat it this way, you know. But I grew up eating it this way.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up eating it this way. I live up to it this way. Like you could say, oh, this Peranakan noodles or this laksa is bad because it's not supposed to be done this way. How are you sure? How sure are you?
Yeah.
How sure are you?
Yeah.
Did you do your due diligence to understand where the historical
Correct.
thing is done? Or like this tasted back in the 90s. Like sometimes, brother, did you live in the 90s? How do you know?
We were old enough to remember in the 90s, isn't it?
Yeah, how would you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, give some context.
Yeah.
Give some context.
Yeah.
If it tastes good, why did it taste good?
Yeah.
Why did it taste good to you? Not to the general public. Why did it taste good to you? If you enjoy it, great. But doesn't mean someone else might enjoy it.
Correct.
You know, if it tasted bad for you, fine.
You don't have to
Doesn't
push
mean
it.
doesn't mean it tastes bad for someone else.
Yeah.
You can give a bad review, you can give a good review, no problem. But you have to know how to write in a way where you write for your experience.
Yeah.
Don't dictate it for people.
Yeah. That's very important.
Yeah. Don't dictate it for people. That's why I said.
I like those reviewers or even those creators who will say, oh, if you love spicy food or if you
This will
love
be the place for
this will be the place. But then I'm like,
enjoy
okay, yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
know?
like, or if I don't, then I'm like, okay, I can send this to someone who I know will enjoy.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, I'm quite like tired sometimes looking at because you said this is because I'm just renting it out.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
please.
because I'm just quite tired of like seeing a lot of quote unquote pseudo reviewers. I don't know where they get the qualification from also.
You don't need one to be a food reviewer.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But then again, who am I to say? You know, like who would write about a certain place and don't give context and the restaurant would feel it. You know, they would feel it. And sometimes then the restaurant will think like, am I doing something wrong? Because then you will also that reviewer is also questioning the livelihood and the business. Because sometimes the business is all they have.
Yeah.
Is all they have. If you genuinely wanted the place to do well, you would give honest feedback, sure. But you also on the behind really give a feedback to the place of what can be done better.
Correct.
People are out for solutions. They don't want problems all the time. They know they have problems. But if you have a problem with me, give me a solution. You know, give a solution. Don't just blatantly say this is that, this and
Straight,
that.
just do.
Yeah.
That goes back to content creators just wanting to do things for clickbait's sake.
Correct.
So some of them, they don't care. They just want to get the views for it. They
Yeah.
don't care that their actions will have consequences
Yeah.
for this business.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nah.
Yeah. You know, and then some would think like, you know, oh, I'm just a few thousand followers. I don't think people will care. No, actually, to be fair, you might be surprised. And if you say one side, oh, one voice don't matter. Like saying like voting, one voice don't matter. Oh, it matters.
It matters.
Same thing with it's just a few thousand people follow me. It doesn't matter. Oh, it really matters.
Yeah.
It really matters. Sometimes to
Like
people.
1,000 people couldn't fit in this room.
Yeah.
For
exactly.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What say you to those 10,000 followers or 20,000 followers who have a 5,000 views?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it speaks a lot.
Correct.
I think a lot of people don't understand the gravity of the power of the pen that they have.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of good content creators, when they understand that, they know they are very careful with what they say. They are very careful with how they say it.
And even when they say it, you can tell it's like, this is my experience. This is what happened for me. This is like maybe my skin type or my preference or my taste. It may not apply to you. And that's
Yeah.
when I feel like, okay, I can relate a little better because
Correct.
it's like, you're telling from your point of view. You know, and if I've been through something, I can relate to it.
Correct.
And if I can't, then I know how to look for it, but they're not like, oh, never go here,
Yeah.
never try this.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
just very
you, both of
off-putting.
you are radio hosts. You know, it's the same language. I think it's about empathetic communication.
Yeah.
You know, learning how to
How you deliver is very important.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing I learned from a book is learning how to speak from a perspective rather from your perception. Yeah. So that's
Feels
why.
very important, yeah. And I think a lot of people can't separate certain variables. So when I look at, let's say, reviews online about hotels or restaurants, they'll be like, oh, the service was bad, therefore, you know, all these other things. And I'm like, no, if I'm leaving a review, if I'm going to say the food is good, the food is good. The service was shit, the service was shit. It doesn't have to be correlated.
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
You could have really great service and really bad food. Like, yeah, it'll enhance your experience, but the food was still meh. you
Yeah.
know? So when you leave your rating, don't be like, the food was great because the service was great. I'm like, no, it doesn't act that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't equal.
Sometimes doesn't correlate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think since we're here, it's the perfect time for delete your accounts. So even you can name someone, Aaron. You can name drop someone on who you think should delete their social media account, or maybe just people in general.
I think I would be very general
Okay.
because
Let's
I
go.
don't like to single people out.
Okay.
Right. But I do have certain accounts in mind. Like number one is like all the misinformation accounts, the accounts that derail people away from the reality, or like from the actual facts, like drinking apple cider will make you healthy, or like you know eating butter a day would burn your fat faster. I don't know the facts, but
What in the Regina George?
yeah,
Caltine bars.
yeah, for me, all I know is calorie above. You want to lose weight, just have a calorie deficit,
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah,
it. You know,
yeah.
doesn't matter what you do. But anyways, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a health person. There's also a lot of misinformation in the F&B, like you know, saying you work for X amount of hours, you'll be automatically promoted, or you cook this with this, it will work out this way,
Yeah,
or like again, like we said, food reviewers, you know, saying this is bad doesn't mean it's bad for you. It can be good for someone else. You know, that is also considered as way of misinformation. You know, like or saying this Chinese restaurant is serving Japanese food. Like, bro, do your homework.
Correct.
Like I'm clearly a Chinese restaurant.
Kau cuba research sikit tu, boleh tak?
Yeah, because it is in my marketing.
Yeah.
My restaurant, the restaurant that we're in, 50 Tails, we have our uniform saying not ramen. I kid you not, because back when we were in our old
People
location,
actually thought you
we were a Japanese restaurant, yes, and we had reviews saying the ramen was bad because it was not authentic. But I was like, in my head, I was like, where if my signage say Menya 50 Tails? Or where am I trying to say authentic Japanese food?
Maybe they saw some weird mark on the wall. They're like, that looks like the Japanese.
Yeah, and then they say, oh, because noodle counter, it must be Japanese.
Oh no, come on.
Yeah, so for me,
If I'm not mistaken, noodles originated from China. Right.
Kau tak buka mata ke? Kau tak baca ke?
don't take it from me. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like there's a lot of misunderstanding and misdirection. Yes, you can argue and say you don't project your brand well enough or clearly enough. You may be right, but
Why did you assume in the first place?
Yeah.
why you didn't assume in the first place? And you come in a restaurant, you look at the menu, you order the menu, you eat the menu, you have the ability and the willingness to ask.
Yeah.
To say like, what am I actually eating?
Yeah.
You know, it is your right as a customer to also complain there and then. If you did not like the food, there and then, it is your right
Bro,
to say
so many-
this food was not nice.
So many keyboard warriors.
Yeah, you know, you can.
That's the thing, they're so comfortable behind the screen, they don't dare say it in person.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
Well, and if you feel you don't understand it, give us room to make sure that to explain ourselves
Yeah.
or what we're trying to do. If you feel you cannot, you can always WhatsApp us. If you feel that you have some sort of confrontational issues, we can text us. You can tell us. We can. There's many ways to communicate
Yeah.
your discomfort.
Yeah.
Many ways, you know. But please, just don't be this keyboard warrior and leave without giving us any room to
Explain yourself.
explain or
Yeah.
communicate.
Yeah.
At least communicate. I don't
Correct.
need to justify why I'm right or why
Correct.
you're right, but at least have some sort of communication,
Yeah.
right?
And I think it's a different story if they were to come up to you and nothing was done and then they go into the
Correct,
counterpart,
correct.
you know?
And
but
and for me, I want to create room for understanding and opportunities to learn about you more.
That's
right.
very
Learn
nice.
about my diners, learn about people what they actually don't like. So that businesses can also learn
Grow,
from it, grow
yeah.
from it. And to be fair, it's sometimes disheartening. When you see a lot of certain type of diners that would give different experiences and misinformation about a brand or about a certain company that may or may not project what they say they are, and then they get the wrong, and then other people get the wrong idea. You know what I mean? Other people get the wrong idea. So yeah, to those accounts, I feel you gotta do better.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I won't delete you, but I just feel you gotta do better.
fair.
You just gotta do better.
Kari, you deleting anyone?
I'm deleting people who are using those Italian brain rot meme audios.
Tadini bumper dino.
You're like freaking dancing. Yeah, you're dancing.
My staff are using that doing stuff.
Oh my gosh. Like for some of it, I think it's
It's
funny. Like sometimes just using the sound randomly or whatever. But I've seen channels, accounts, pages where it's just that. And I'm like, kau tak ada benda lain ke nak buat? Like they're dancing to the audios or they're giving emojis, they're naming it, and I'm like, why am I seeing this? First of all. Second of all, like, do you have nothing else to do? Like these are all like I'm like,
If they have time to do all that, they don't.
so yeah, just boop, delete, deactivate.
I think for me, as someone who needs numbers, I want anyone who is giving out recipes without giving me the measurements. Oh, fuck yourself. Like, I hate it when someone starts a video. Did you know if you put a cup full of this and a pinch of blah blah blah, you will get so and so? Like, no, I did not know. Can you clarify?
Yeah.
What kind of cup? Are we talking mug, measuring cup? Girl?
Correct.
Some of us
Correct.
can't cook, so we need all the help we can get.
Yeah. Bless those who put it in the description though.
Okay.
To be fair, I used to be one of those people.
Oh, but you're better now, right?
Yeah, I don't put recipes online anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to be the type, I will write it in a storytelling way lah. I will say I did this, did that. I put it in a pot. I cooked it for this long. You could cook it longer, whatever. I did it in a story writing way.
That seems fine though.
Yeah, and then there are some people who ask me for recipe, then I will give it to them on a personal note.
Okay.
Right. But like I don't really put recipes online anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if you were to ask me what pot, what pan, I'm like, a pan big enough to feed your chicken.
Okay. Because you memang cook like that lah anyway.
At home, yes. At home, I'm just like
Whatever the ancestors.
calling this.
Yeah.
Like agak. Just put it on a pot.
Oh my
If it's the
gosh.
pot, it works. That's the amount I need.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What's one thing you wish more people knew about being a chef professionally? Or like a misconception you think people have?
I think the misconception is I don't get to cook every day.
Like at work.
At work. I mean, and I don't cook at home all the time. Right? I think a lot of people need to understand chefs that cook every day at work. Actually, I don't speak for everyone, but actually, generally, most of them don't want to cook at home.
Yeah, because why would you want to bring work home?
For real.
For some of them, it's that, or some of them, it's a full day of cooking. Sometimes they just want to be of service. They have been servicing people for the whole day. They have been doing their job, and sometimes they want to chill and someone make the food for them. Because they're human beings too, right? So yeah, I sometimes do feel that some days whereby like I've cooked for everybody and everything for a good week. I think I deserve a day where I just want to eat out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Preach yourself.
yeah, so I do cook at home, but sometimes only, not all the time. And if there are days when I'm just on a budget, just cook at home, easy. And I cook simple meals. I'm not going to be fancy or unless my mom requests of a certain dish, and then I have to do it.
Okay.
Or like if it's like a celebratory and I mean any holiday, yeah, sure. By all means. Yeah. So I think the misconception is not all chefs cook at home. And secondly, not all chefs in like get to cook all the time. I mean, because I mean if I'm like a chef owner, you have to paperwork to do, you have a lot of people to do, like costing, people management, a lot of recipes to
Right.
fix,
All your menus,
a lot of
everything.
systems, yeah, and a lot of planning, yeah. So a lot of that, you know, and but I do my best to be in the kitchen as much as I can still, and that's effort to do. That's your part as a chef, as a job.
Right.
Put in effort to do your paperwork at the same time. Put yourself in the kitchen to be in there, just be present. So sometimes you don't need to be in full service. You just need to be there. Like I'm talking about as a head chef, as a
Right,
chef
right.
owner, right? You just need to be there, be present. You know, just make sure that the kitchen is running smoothly. You know what I mean? And then I think that's the misconception everybody have when they're a head chef. I get to cook all the time. Actually,
Right.
I don't. Yeah, you know, and that's part of the job. Not to say that I cook the food doesn't mean it's not good. That's also a misconception. When I'm cooking, doesn't mean the food is better. When I'm not cooking, doesn't mean the food is worse.
Right.
Right? I think people just need to understand when you go to a restaurant, you're going for the restaurant. Sometimes not particularly for the chef.
Plus,
Okay.
everyone's following the same recipe word, so
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
but it is your job as a chef that the recipe being followed is a good recipe and it's a recipe that is easy to follow and is scalable and that your staff is trained to follow this recipe lah.
Right.
That's your job as a head chef, right? But there are restaurants where it's chef focused, like fine dining restaurants, where you go for this chef's experience. So by all means, of course, that chef has to be behind that counter
Right.
doing that. And that's the brand. The chef is the brand.
Yeah.
But there are certain restaurants where the chef is not the brand, is the conductor, but he or she is definitely sometimes not the main person that you want to go for.
Okay.
Because there are some customers that I've experienced like in my career where like they'll tell me, oh, you're not there, oh, I won't come. I'm like,
Whether you're there or not, the food's gonna be cooked.
the food is the same, bro. The food is the same. Like, you know,
crazy.
just say you're in love with me, bro. Like,
you know, no, I mean, it's not only me. There are certain like peers that I know where I feel like they tell me, you know, yeah, when I'm not there, some certain regulars just won't come. I'm like,
oh,
That's insane.
that's a weird parasocial relationship, man.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
insane.
I don't know whether you have to feel good or bad about it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Whether you're like, like.
I can't take vacation lah.
Yeah.
Then business go.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So for me, it's like I mean, it also depends on the restaurant brand. If the restaurant brand really highlights like the brand chef, the chef, and sometimes it's part of their marketing to do so, by all means, you can feel a certain way. You're right to feel what you want to feel. But I just think the understanding needs to be understood whereby you don't go to the restaurant just because this guy is cooking
Yeah,
or this
yeah.
girl is cooking. You go for the restaurant for the food, for the experience, or whatever it is. And most of the time, it's the team that does it,
Yeah.
not just one person.
Yeah.
It's the team that does it. It's the people behind this brand that does it. You know what I mean? And restaurants, 100% of the time, 150% of the time, is not run one man show. It can never run one man show. Even those restaurants that are like 6-seater, where there's only one chef, rest assured there is somebody serving you, somebody else serving you, and rest assured there's somebody else running the whole thing behind the scenes. Right? It's never a one man show.
Right.
So if you were to say that we don't come because of this fellow not here, come on lah, give the guy some credit also lah. You know, the team is behind it to make the whole experience. You know, not just one guy.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people forget.
Yeah.
Modern days as a chef, right? Especially if you're on a market, your restaurant, you need to have social media nowadays, right? So how would you say social media has impacted your career? And would you ever like take your work completely offline?
I would say social media has impacted the industry in a good way and in a sad way.
Oh,
Okay.
sad.
I won't say bad way, I'll just say sad way from my personal take. Good way in a sense, it has opened up a lot of people to different cuisines. It has exposed a lot of people to different restaurants.
More accessible now.
It's a lot accessible now. Exposure is a lot more
Yeah,
important.
it's increased.
Is increased. The importance of having a social presence, a online presence, has become more important, and that's where the sad part comes. The sad part in the sense that you lose the sense of discovery, you lose the sense of trying to find new things and
The surprise
to explore
element.
the surprise element.
Yeah.
Because now your experience is being dictated by what is online. The reviews, the where to go is dictated. The moment you open, I want to go here because someone told me to go here. You know, it's not because you found this place, you had a pleasant surprise. I feel the sad part about that is you lose the sense of discovery and the sense of what's
Exploring.
exploring. What's the word for it? Serendipity.
Like a movie.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You lose that sense. So I feel food sometimes, a lot of food back then comes from that nature of like, I've discovered this on my own. And you build a emotional connection to this place.
Yeah.
Not because sometimes not because the place is good. Or not sometimes because this restaurant is beautiful, but sometimes because you found this place in a emotional state whereby you feel connected. You know, it could be a good day, a rainy day where you're just having this bowl of noodles, where it tastes so good to you because of how it has impacted you in that day of time.
Right.
And you just want to go back to that place all the time.
Right.
And you don't need to share it to everybody, the whole world, like, you know, bro, this is the spot.
Yeah.
You know? It's like back then when you're young, just imagine when you're young, you don't have social media, but you had this very good teacher night. And you always want to go back to that place.
Yeah.
Not because somebody told you to do so, not because it was highly rated, but because you just discovered it and it was good to you.
You have the emotional tie.
Yeah, correct. You had the emotional tie to it. So I feel also it's sad, like I said, it's sad because a lot of your emotional tie is being curated. And that curation has lost that sense of discovery, that emotional connection, and you lose, it's very transactional now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of,
Yeah.
I'm paying this, am I getting a 5-star experience? I'm paying this, it needs to be good. I'm paying this.
Expectations are way higher.
Yeah,
as well.
correct. So when you lose that, sometimes, you know, you get stuff like this, no?
Sad lor.
So that's why I think I urge like people, when you're dining out sometimes, just go in. Yes, I think it's without a given, you will still have to go through Google because you need to find a spot, right? Right. But sometimes just maybe go Google, just maybe the most you do, just look up the menu. Don't look at the reviews. Just go there. If you feel like you genuinely want to go to that place, just go to that place.
Yeah.
Don't have any preconceived notion about the place. Don't have any expectation about the place. Just go there, experience it for yourselves. Because most of the time you might have a
Good surprise. Yeah.
surprise or a good experience.
I think you can just Google an area as well and then just choose
Choose.
from like a restaurant in that area so that
Yeah.
you can have that, element of surprise.
I mean, when I'm traveling, sometimes I am a culprit of it. I like choose the top 10 restaurants because I don't want to waste my time. Most of the time, the argument is you do not want to waste your time.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes the best. I think this is what my girlfriend reminded me also. Where sometimes the best discoveries are the ones that you don't plan,
Yeah.
the one you really don't plan for a holiday, and when you go there, you enjoy it. Like, hey, this is actually quite good. This is actually quite tasty. You know,
Pleasant
You-
surprise.
Yeah, you like for example, you walk out the hotel and you see this queue here. It's not a Google Map. I'll just queue.
Yeah.
I'll just queue. Because everybody's queuing. I'll just queue. You know?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Those are hidden gems.
But
Okay.
Yeah. You know, so those kind of things, right? I feel it's important nowadays. I feel with technology and AI advancing so fast,
Takes away from that.
it takes away from that. And
AI has a contribution in food.
bro, you know AI's algorithm with how to sort of narrow you down to what you like in your algorithm, you know, it has a ways. Like, let's say I'm craving Korean noodles, you know? 2 hours later, you see
Yeah.
budak lah, Korean noodle
For
lah,
real,
you see
yeah.
lah. Confirm. You know, I think that's how it works, I'm assuming. You know, but all the ads, you know, the shit will come out, you know. Yeah. So, yeah, you know,
Okay.
yeah.
We're gonna put your AI to the test. Your brains, okay? Me and Arka are gonna give you 5 or 6 like random
This
ingredients.
was not in this.
It was. You scrolled down far enough. It was.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
We're gonna give you 5 or 6 random ingredients. You have to tell us what you make with it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, Arka's gonna give you a protein.
Okay.
Ooh. Wait, does it have to be like raw or like kind of prepped already?
You tell me. I
Up
don't
to
know.
you, yeah.
Hinaba, do you know what hinaba is?
No.
So it's this Sabahan dish where it's raw fish, but you throw in some like lemon and onion in there.
Ingredient, you cannot give dish.
Yeah. I was like wondering.
We have to make him
Okay, fine.
build a dish.
Dang. Bambangan.
Oh, bambangan, mango.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make a mango sticky rice out of it.
Okay. Bambangan is more of a sour thing though.
Yeah, I know because bambangan is also the family of mango, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be interesting to try it as a mango sticky rice with coconut.
Bambangan sticky rice.
What if I gave you like a mangosteen?
Mangosteen. I've done one before. Mangosteen sambal. And
Oh!
or a mangosteen jam to eat it with like kaya butter.
That could work. That could work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. Wait, let me see.
Ooh, petai.
Pad Thai. Oh.
Something like not
Not the
basic.
usual.
Yes.
Not the usual. So the restaurant I used to work with, Dewakan, they did miso out of it. So they ferment miso out of it. So that's already something we've done before. But I would say for me, what I would do pad Thai soup.
Okay.
Like
Oh.
a vegetable consomme out of pad Thai.
Interesting.
It'll be very funky, I'm sure.
It would, but I think that kind of soup would work. It would have to be
Yeah,
a
like-
clear kind.
Yeah, like pad Thai soup.
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think anybody has done pad Thai soup
No,
before.
I've never.
You can be the first.
What about lato? You know, like the seaweed, not
Oh yeah, lato, the sea grapes.
sea grapes, yes.
Sea grapes. I mean, people have eaten it with kerabus. They eat it with like sambals and whatnot. I would sort of try something different now.
Dessert.
Nah, dessert. I've seen someone done it.
Mochi?
No, enough mochi, girls. Just don't do that.
I would mix it in a shit.
That's a good ingredient.
Yeah, that's a good ingredient. Yeah. No, it is. It's versatile yet it's very common. But
Yeah, it's
what
very
else-
specific as
what
well.
else would you do different with it? Oh, because it's like a seaweed.
Yeah.
You could do salad with it. You can chop it up and make it rice. You could make a pickle out of it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll probably
Yeah.
make a pickle out of it.
Yeah, I think a pickle would be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like a sponge as well. It absorbs any
Yeah,
flavor.
yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, you could do kimchi with it.
Oh my god.
Sea grape kimchi.
You're onto something.
That would be brilliant.
With the ooh.
Yeah, funky.
Go, 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 go.
Lato kimchi.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I'm sure there are some Korean restaurants right now writing this down.
The writing thing.
Yeah, for it. For real.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're not going to put you through any more of that. But we just want to know, just want to kepochi before we say bye-bye. Like, what's the rest of your plan for 2025? Are you going to get any more tattoos? You have quite a few.
I do plan to get one, but maybe not this year.
Okay.
Be a topic board since you have a knife there.
No, the running joke is because I have a guy and a girl. They're kissing each other.
Oh,
Oh, you get a kid. That is gonna be a
No,
kid.
no.
where's the kid gonna go? I can't.
No. The next tattoo that I've been planning to get, but not this year, is a rabbit bonsai. Because it ties with my grandfather and my mom. Because my mom is the year of the rabbit. And my grandfather used to have a small nursery in our house in Happy Garden, Kota Lama. And he will used to take care of the garden, and he has this one plant. It's a bonsai, and he will cut a rabbit out of it.
That is so cute.
Yeah. And I did not understand the connection behind that, but I realized that it's because my mom was yeah. So I think and then I think that's a tattoo I want to have because I think it's very special. A bonsai, but the bonsai is the shape of a rabbit.
Yeah, that's adorable.
Yeah. That's one. Because also I like tattoos that has a lot of meaning to myself.
Yeah.
And then the other one, other plans is we do have plans to open up a different concept. But when, where, how?
Still
No,
crafting lah.
Still drafting. You know.
Okay.
We are really taking our time. we are the kind of brand and restaurant where we do not want to do chains. We want to do different concepts.
Ah.
Yeah, like just diversify ourselves in different. Because I have ADHD, I think I would get very bored doing the same thing in different
Right,
concepts.
right,
I'm
right.
like I would like in my ideal dream world is to have like a burger place,
What a
one time is like fried rice place, like chichong fan place, something like that lah, something like that lah.
That would be so cute.
Yeah.
You know, they say let him cook.
Hey.
Yes, let me cook. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not really fond of that joke, but
You must be so fed up. It's so overused.
yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Please. Oh no.
All right, so
Yeah.
we're gonna wrap it up with mom's advice.
Okay. Mom's advice.
Yeah.
Your words of wisdom to
I think the one. Okay, I wrote this down somewhere. Wait, let me
Full
check.
Wow.
No, I have a full note of quotes that I keep.
man came prepared.
Like
love
no,
it.
but I wrote this over the years lah, right? I have like you can see it like
Holy crap! That's amazing.
it's all different quotes from different ones.
Okay.
There is one that I really like. Is by this guy called James J. Sexton.
Okay.
I think he's the divorce lawyer, I think.
Oh.
Google Hori. There's one line he said where there is a finite number of sunsets you'll be able to see, and we just don't know the number yet. Although that's the case, I will still love you and do my best to catch as many sunsets with you as I can. So it's another way of saying YOLO, right? But I think he's in the prefix of trying to say whereby, don't miss out the opportunities that you can take,
Yeah.
because it's opportunities that you will miss and you'll regret.
Yeah.
Also, even though sunsets seem like something very mundane, I actually like really catching a sunset every now and then, especially living here in the city now.
Yeah. It's like exactly. He's trying to say like it's so accessible.
Yeah.
You can see it just by looking out the
But you take it for
window.
granted.
But you really just want to take it for granted. And sometimes some opportunities are just right in front of you.
Correct.
Like the opportunity to connect, the opportunity to make friends with someone,
Yeah.
the opportunity to dine out,
Try something.
new, to buy something that you really like.
Yeah.
Like despite having financial issues, I mean, of course, making educated decisions.
Yeah.
Making the decision to do a new sport, do something that you love,
Yeah.
spend time with someone, or walk your dog, or like walk your cat, or like
I think it's so overrated that it needs to be this wow moment.
Yeah.
That it needs to be like you said, whether it's a financial issue or something. It can be as simple as you going to fill your petrol, and instead of getting your regular coffee, you get a different brand of coffee.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You can just text someone that you haven't texted for a really long time.
Yeah,
it
correct.
doesn't need to be this whole grand gesture of like
It doesn't need to be the right time.
correct.
Sometimes all you need to do is just make it exist, do it well later. Or like figure it out later. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
Just start something.
Yeah.
Do something. Take the first step.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the perfect step. Just take it. Like what the guy said.
Yeah.
The sunsets are always there. Just do it if you
A
have
few
to.
hours away from our sunset,
Yeah.
and then eventually.
No, your quote should be, what did you say just now? It doesn't have to be the perfect step, it needs to be the first step.
Yeah.
Chef Aaron, never going
Yeah.
on t-shirt.
Wow, okay. It doesn't have to be a perfect step. Just take one step.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tengok tu. But yeah, thank you so much
No, thank you.
for sitting and yapping with us.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime, and we look forward to your future recipes with petai and
And lato.
Petai soup.
lato.
Lato
Yes.
kimchi. Brr.
And
Yeah, I
we'll,
want to try
yeah.
petai soup.
Oh.
If my girlfriend was home.
Petai soup be like a lato, like pickle, like quite good.
Oh, that sounds very Korean though.
But it could work.
It's like
'Cause
Korean.
Malaysian.
It's like petai sundubu
Oh yeah.
with like
Korean
lato
dishes
kimchi.
with like Malaysian ingredients.
See, now you're making me crave things that don't even exist. It's a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah. We will see you on the next
Thank
episode.
you. Bye.